Welcome to Business Reporter's Digital Economy campaign. Now, there are no winners in a pandemic, and yet we can learn valuable lessons from such momentous events and the economic challenges that they can lead to. For the last decade, digital transformation has been high on the agenda for all organisations. But the pandemic has accelerated this at an incredible rate. It's now an existential project for almost all organisations across the globe. But as we now look towards a post-COVID world, how will European companies cope with that transformation today and into the future? Well, Telstra's recently launched Agility Report gives a clear and detailed answer to this question. Today, we'll be discussing the key findings of that report with Matt Williams, Managing Director of the European region at Telstra. If you can start by telling us what inspired this report, what was its purpose?
Hi. Yeah, absolutely. So at Telstra, we use communications technology to help our clients to realize their digital ambitions. Digital technology can have such a profound impact on a business. It can change your business processes, your culture, your policies, and your customer experiences. And pre-pandemic, this was clearly a board level conversation. But then the pandemic struck and we were all forced into rapid transition just to survive and to communicate and to work from home. And so we wanted to understand from enterprises how they were adapting to that and how their digital projects were evolving, not just to keep the lights on, but also to expand and grow and realize their digital ambitions in the future.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the methodology that you employed for this?
Sure. So we spoke to 500 senior IT and business decision makers in 6 Western European markets from lots of different types of organisation, but also lots of industries.
Now, European companies have been forced to deal with and adapt to the COVID-19 pandemic. Do you think that digital transformation has suffered as a consequence?
Financially, it's quite the opposite, and 58% of our respondents agreed that they had allocated more budget, and that's because they needed to react quickly and get their employees working remotely, but also took the opportunity to look at future technologies as well. And almost everyone in the survey said they were looking at artificial intelligence and 5G and the Internet of Things to understand how they can provide a platform for future success. And typically that would be related to collecting more data, monetizing that data, and creating new interactive digital experiences for their customers. The majority also felt that the pace of change was not quite fast enough, and so they needed to speed up.
Why is agility a business necessity in your view, and how has the pandemic influenced this?
Well, business agility is absolutely critical to any organization's success. And 9 in 10 of our respondents felt that implementing digital transformation projects was critical in achieving an agile modern business. The respondents saw that flexible working was the key enabler for business agility. And we see that there are opportunities for that to improve, particularly in the field of networks. So 70% said they needed to improve their networks for greater scalability and performance. But also with cloud, if you build everything store it and maintain it in the cloud, then all you need is a good connection to have all the information and applications you need to work from anywhere. And so that's critical as we exit the pandemic for businesses to be sure that their employees can work from anywhere.
Now, cybersecurity is an ever-evolving landscape. Have the threats changed as a result of the pandemic?
So cybersecurity was always a board level concern, but that is much deeper now because 65% of our respondents said that they had seen an increase in the number and the type of threats they faced. Because we're all working from home, then our perimeter is much wider, so there are many more loopholes to exploit and weaknesses. But then there's also the need to protect our organizations from ourselves, because there are many different types of attacks which prey on our vulnerability and perhaps our lack of knowledge in this area. Things like phishing. Most companies should be looking to drive security as a life cycle in their culture. and to build greater awareness, as well as just protecting their perimeter and the information and data that they have. That is absolutely reflected in the data, where around 56% of our respondents suggested they needed to make significant improvements in their cyber awareness.
To sum up then, if you could give some advice to companies looking to accelerate their digital transformation strategy, what would it be?
Well, we see that no one size fits all. So it's up to you to set your digital strategy and your roadmap. So I would advise to work with technology partners who can help you to define that, to build cases and to drive that implementation so you achieve the outcomes you want. Secondly, we see that in modern enterprise architecture, there are two key ingredients. And the first one is adaptive network infrastructure, and the second is cloud. And they need to be built for both operational efficiency today, but also to interoperate and make adoption of new technologies easier in the future. And then lastly is to treat security as a life cycle and to constantly evaluate your current position, your weaknesses, to fill those gaps and to raise awareness in your organization, as well as keep investing in the technology which protects it.
And finally, where is this report available?
So it's available now. If you go to telstra.co.uk, you can download it there, or you could give us a call and we can help you to work through your digital ambitions.
Matt Williams, Managing Director of the European region for Telstra, thank you so much.
Thank you too.